Hello guys! Welcome back to another vlog. So, interviewin natin si Trisha kasi just a couple of months ago, yung fiancé niya visited Finland. So, he applied for tourist visa, Schengen tourist visa. And so, we are going to share with you paano yung application, what are the requirements, and yung expenses to come to Finland. So, he was here for almost 2 weeks. Stayed here for almost 2 weeks, and during his stay nakapunta pa sila ng Austria and Estonia. Ayun. So anong pinaka first step?
So first step is filling up the application form na makikita or mada-download nyo from um.fi visa to visit Finland.
So, ano siya, website siya ng Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Finland. Tapos, from that website, may link kung saan ida-direct niya kayo sa finlandvisa.fi. So, doon mag-create kayo ng account and then you will be filling up the form. So, yung form na i-fill up, ayan. Yung documents required for visa application, andun na din siya actually sa website ng finlandvisa.fi. So, ano yung mga requirements?
So, una na doon, if working kayo, kailangan nyo ng Certificate of Employment. Certificate of Employment in hard copy. Kailangan nyo rin ng, kung magli-leave kayo, kailangan i-make sure ninyo na meron kayong document na approve yung leave ninyo. Dahil hanapin yan sa inyo ng IO.
Anong IO?
IO is the Immigration Officer.
So, maghahanap sila ng mga proof.
Proof na hindi scam yung pagpunta, hindi kayo unemployed kasi medyo mahirap sa mga unemployed ata ito.
Oo nga. Feeling ko din.
And also, kakailanganin ninyo ng copy ng bank statement ninyo at least 6 months. Kailangan nyo ng copy ng ID ninyo or kung kaya nyo dalhin yung ID nyo from the company is better. Kasi yung do sa fiancé ko, pinakita. Tinanong sa kanya yung company ID niya. Yes. Kasi kailangan nila makita na employed talaga kayo doon, na hindi nyo lang ginawa yung Certificate of Employment, hindi nyo lang ginawa yung document ninyo na approve yung leave nyo, ganon. Then, kailanganin ninyo ng copy ng booking ninyo ng plane ticket. So, kunyari, nagpunta kayo dito for 2 weeks. Yung period nun is from December 16 to sabi na natin hanggang katapusan ng December. Kailangan makita yung dates na yon dun sa binook ninyong flight ticket. It's pwedeng ipa-reserve nyo lang yon or pwedeng screenshot nyo yon. Make sure lang nakasama doon yung full name ninyo or yung details ninyo.
So, flight details, kung saan nakikita din yung name nyo doon, proving na sa'yo talaga yun.
Kasi,
flight details mo.
Oo. Kasi, yun din yung isang hinanap sa kanya. Kasi yung unang nasubmit namin is booking details niya lang, pero wala yung name niya. So booking details, not necessary na parang ticket na mismo. Yung, ang pwede ninyong gawin doon, kunyari, bibili kayo sa isang airline. Pag bibili kayo doon sa airline na yon, before kayo magbayad, makikita nyo na yung parang summary ng details niyo. Pwede nyo nang screenshot yon and make sure na naka-PDF lahat ng files ninyo. Sa hanapin ng staff ng VFS yung PDF files. So, make sure na lahat ng documents ninyo naka-PDF file and lahat is 2 copies each plus the original.
Wait lang. Requirements yun before ka pa mag-book ng appointment sa VFS.
Yes.
So yun na yung mga ipe-prepare mong requirements.
Okay. Additional doon is insurance. Insurance ninyo na magko-cover ng travel ninyo. For example, yung sa amin, ang kinuha naming travel insurance niya, which is 14 days, is from Swisscare. So far, Swisscare kasi yung pinakamura naming nahanap. And it's only worth 23 euros or around 1,000 plus. And most importantly, kailangang i-make sure ninyo na mayroon kayong proof of accommodation dito. Pwedeng, for example, let's take booking.com. Pwede kasi yung magpa-reserve. And you have to show that kasama ng ibang documents ninyo. Kailangan nyo siyang i-prepare. Kung hindi man, for example, yung sa amin, ang nakalagay doon is meron siyang kakilala dito.
Yeah. Na tutuluyan niya. So,
yes.
He provided our address.
He provided the address, he provided the contact number, which is sister ko, and kasama doon yung ID nila. It's either the residence ID or yung passport ID nila dito.
So, from sa kung saan magtutuloy yung magvi-visit, kailangan mag-provide ng apartment contract, so proof ng kung saan talaga nakatira.
And kasama na doon, based sa experience is yung invitation letter, which is really important. Yung invitation letter ninyo is nandun na rin yung itinerary ninyo. So, take note, yung sa itinerary ninyo, you have to make sure na yung itinerary ninyo is the same dun sa booked flight ninyo.
Dapat
magkatugma. Kasi, for example, ang booked flight mo is from December 16 to December 31. Kailangan yung itinerary is from December 16 to December 31 also. Kasi stricto ang pagpasok dito as tourist when it comes dun sa itinerary mo.
Ang iniisip ko lang, paano kung wala kang kakilala dito? Wait lang, kasi nung nagbigay ako ng invitation letter, yung sa invitation letter ko, andun yung itinerary nung magvi-visit na tao. Paano kung yung tao walang kakilala dito?
Sa tao na magvi-visit dito without knowing somebody here, kailangan mong ilagay sa likod or sa second page ng booking mo yung itinerary mo from day 16 to day 30.
Booking mo ng accommodation?
Yes.
So, basta detailed na itinerary, in addition to details ng
booking of accommodation.
Yeah, booking of accommodation. Yun yung mga requirements na dadalhin mo sa VFS.
Yes. So kailangan bago ka pumunta or bago ka mag-book ng appointment sa VFS, make sure na meron ka na ng application form, meron ka ng certificate of employment, meron kang document na approve yung leave mo, meron kang company ID, bank statement na at least 6 months, copy of passport, 2x2 ID, booking of accommodation, itinerary.
So, siguro just to make sure, bring all the original documents and then bring with you then 2 copies each. So, after completing all the requirements, you'll have to book an appointment sa VFS online.
Doon mo na rin babayaran yung reservation mo.
Anong reservation?
Reservation of visa appointment.
Ay, may ganon. May reservation fee.
Reservation fee, yes.
Ganon?
Kasi,
complicated
pero kasi mas mura siya kaysa mag-under ka ng agency.
Hindi pa yun yung application fee.
Hindi pa. Ito pala yung reservation of visa appointment mo.
Okay. Ay.
Upon arrival, doon sa appointment mo, doon mo naman babayaran yung visa processing mo at courier fee ng visa mo.
Magkano yung reservation fee sa booking ng appointment?
Sa booking ng appointment, nung siyang nagbayad, it's around 2,090 pesos.
2,090 pesos.
Yes.
And then, pagdating niya ng VFS Global,
nagbayad siya ng additional visa processing fee na 4,900 pesos.
4,900, okay.
And courier fee for visa niya para i-direct delivery sa kanya, which is 380 pesos.
So, dun pa lang, hanggang sa pagbayad mo ng courier fee, yun is home delivery na.
Home delivery.
Home delivery. Hindi na siya pick up.
Yes.
Dun pa lang is how much na?
A total of 7,370 pesos. So, kapag wala kang naging problema sa requirements mo, kapag complete siya, as we stated earlier, it will only take 3 to 4 working days para ma-deliver sa'yo yung visa mo.
Once nakabook ka na for appointment sa VFS Global, so nakapunta ka ng VFS Global, you've shown all the requirements needed, yung mga original and submitted photocopies. Yung photocopies iniwan.
Iiwan ng photocopies.
Ang photocopies and iniwan ang
passport.
Ang passport iniwan. Tapos, you'll be waiting 3 to 4 working days for your visa to be delivered together with your passport. Kasi i-attach nila yon sa passport mo mismo. So, parang nakadikit siya sa passport, no? Sa passport page.
Sa passport.
Next question is, magkano yung mga nagastos? So, dun sa processing ng visa, nakagastos siya ng around 7,300. Andun yung reservation fee, visa application fee, and then yung courier fee.
Courier fee, yes. Tapos, nakagastos siya ng 23 euros or around 1,000 pesos para sa kanyang insurance, which is good for 14 days since 2 weeks nga lang yung target niyang vacation dito.
Ayan. So, through Swisskare ang travel insurance, 23 euros. Okay. Yes. Kailangan din na merong laman ng account mo. May certain amount for each day na magstay ka sa Finland. And magkano na yan?
It's around 30 to 50 euros.
So, ayun. Mainit na dun sa masyado na maaraw dun sa inuupuan namin. So, let's start walking. So, ayun. Syempre, kapag tourist, per day dito, I mean, kapag for tourist visa, yung per day ng stay, para siyang may katumbas na bayad. So, before, that was
30 euros per day.
Ayan, 30 euros per day for 14 days.
For 14 days. Depende sa stay mo.
Yan. Pero, as of January of this year, January 2024, tumaas na yung bayad. Hindi naman yung bayad, pero yung requirement na dapat meron sa account mo. So, nowadays, it's 50 euros per day. So, 50 euros times kung ilang araw ang stay mo sa Finland.
So, for example, nandito ka ng 2 weeks, that is 700 euros, which is around 42,500 pesos.
Yeah. Ngayon,
So,
pero nung sa kanya nun, nasa
25
yeah,
lang.
25,7
ata.
So, yun dapat magre-reflect sa bank statement mo. Ayun. And then, of course, plane ticket. How much was his plane ticket?
For plane ticket, kapag maaga ka talaga nag-book, at least for 3 months, is 66,000 pesos that time.
So, magkano yung ticket niya? 66,000.
66,000.
Yeah.
Yan, balikan na siya.
So, 66,000 plane ticket. Pero, depende din yan kasi kung gaano ka early mag-book eh. Tapos, kung magkakaroon ng problem, mamumove yung date ng flight, ganyan. Syempre, another cost. So, ayan lang naman, sharing for this vlog. Charot.
Sana makatulong.
Sana makatulong sa mga gustong mag-tour dito sa Finland. Around 50,000 pesos. May visa ka na coming to Finland.
Yeah.
So, ayun lang guys. Meron pa kaming i-share naman about visa sa next time. From student visa to
working visa.
To working visa. Although, hindi na siya tinatawag na visa dito. Ano siya, permit from student residence permit to residence permit. Ayan. So, syempre, pag residence permit kasi, type A ganyan, working yun. And then, we also have from tourist visa to residence permit naman na application. So, ayun lang guys. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe and we'll see you next time.